Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I am answering a question that I get asked quite a bit on stream and in the comments section. Typically something along the lines of, hey, I'm a newer player, or I'm new to this line, I'm looking to buy a premium ship, what should my first premium ship be? Very good question. Now, let's talk about what premium ships are supposed to do. So premium ships are ships in the game that you can purchase separate of the tech line ships. There's no research requirement or level requirement. In order to get these ships, you can outright pay for them, usually in cash, doubloons, coal, or some cases, well actually no, because the rest of the ships, the research bureau ships and the still ships are all special ships and not true premium ships. And what do they do? Well, they typically have, well, not typically, they do have an economic boost built into them that increases the amount of credits they earn, along with an economic boost that reduces their post-battle service cost. Thereby, these ships earn more credits than their tech line counterparts. Just base right there. Then of course you can throw additional economic boost on top of them and earn even more credits, XP, free XP, and commander XP as well. And moving commanders on and off of premium ships are completely free. You do not have to pay to move a commander from a premium ship, but you will have to pay to move that commander to a tech line ship afterwards. However, if you have a large number of premium ships in a certain nation's tech tree, you have one commander that you like to use a lot, someone along the lines of, let's say, Lucians, like I'm playing in the background right now, you can move them amongst your premium ships at absolutely no cost to you. So those are the main bonuses of premium ships. And most players use premium ships in this game for typically credit grinding. Now, they can be used for commander training, as of course they are premium ships and they have that economic bonus built into them where they do earn more of that XP. But since the commander rework, that's kind of been diminished, and you can still use premium ships for them. Again, they're pretty good at that with the bonuses baked in, but it's not like beforehand where you needed a premium destroyer to train a destroyer commander or a premium cruiser to train a cruiser commander, because you can just train one commander now that we have the different skill trees and each commander's skill slots. You don't have to worry about that too much anymore, but typically, yes, they are used for that still. So, how do you determine what premium is best for you? Well, the golden rule that I like to promote is that you shouldn't really be buying premium ships of a tier until you've gotten to that tier at least. And you also should be buying premiums that are in the same line or play style that you are currently going through at the moment. So for example, let's say you're grinding up the German battleship line. Well, there's a lot of premiums in the German tech tree. The in the German line, I should say. The Ouija overlords, they sure do love to, raid that Wehraboo wallet quite a bit, and they do. There's plenty of premiums to choose from in the German nation. However, if you're at tier 3, you shouldn't go out and buy a Tirpitz, because there's a lot of learning between the Nassau and the Tirpitz. I made that mistake. I made a whole video talking about how I made that mistake and how you definitely should not do that. Boy, Tier 3 is a lot different from Tier 8. And this is Tier 8 of like 7 years ago when I first started playing, there's a huge difference today. And yeah, you need to grind out to that spot in the tech line. When you get to the Bismarck, you want to pick up the Tirpitz. You're enjoying the Bismarck, but it's a little costly because it is a Tier 8 ship and the economy is, well, not what it once was. Funny that we're saying that about a video game. And you want to pick up a Tirpitz to help you grind along. Sure, Tirpitz is a great boat, especially if you know how to play her, and if you've gotten to the Bismarck, you definitely know how to play the Tirpitz. It's the same thing, but with torpedoes and slightly less AA, and no Hydra. You can definitely transfer your skills from the Bismarck over the Tirpitz quite well. What you can't transfer your skills over is from the Bismarck to the Prince Eugen, because it's a cruiser. Plays a lot different than the Bismarck. Sure, some things are pretty similar. The turret setup is pretty similar. The armor setup is, well, unfortunately pretty... Well, It's similar in that it's chunky, and that you don't really want that in a cruiser because you can, eat a shell to your rudder, and now your turret in the front blew up. Well, that's a different video for a different time. But your battleship skills will not translate well over to your cruiser skills in terms of your skills as the player playing that ship. So if you do want to get the Prince Eugen, well, you should definitely play the German battle cruiser line, the German cruiser line up to the Hipper, and then get the Eugen. Now, there are some premiums from other nations that do kind of cross over with the playstyle of different nations. I mean, there is, if we want to, well, unfortunately she's been removed, but she's coming up for sale here soon in the Black Friday event in Massachusetts. She takes a little bit of German and mixes that with some American battleship. You got those secondaries that can get out to, 10.3 kilometers almost. I think you can get them out to closer to 11 kilometers now after the rework. It's unfortunately been a while since I picked up the Massachusetts. But if you like brawling, you want an American battleship that's good at brawling, Massachusetts is a pretty good pickup. And if you're a player that has, played a lot of brawling ships, sure, that'll work out just well. Now, also, too, what tier do you want to go for? We've gone over what they do, when you should buy them, but what tier should you get? That's a good question. See, the thing is, after the economic rework, we got a standardization of the bonuses that certain ships get. Before the rework, I would say buy the Key and the Roma. Why? Because they have the Kobayashi camos, which gave you a tremendous boost to your economic income. And the Japanese battleship line is a very good line, so you can buy the Key, grind up the Japanese battleship line, learn how to play, then hop on over to your Key and start printing credits. Roma, well, the Italian battleship line isn't that great, but you do have the economic bonuses for the Roma from the Kobayashi camo, and you manage to get up to the tier 8 in the Italian battleship line, you can have a little Roma as a treat. And she, again, had the Kobayashi camo, which gave you the boosted income, but that since has gone. You can no longer get those bonuses for those ships, so all the tier 8 ships have the same economic income bonus that you get with premium ships, and with their economic bonus that you get when you get the ship as well, because there's one baked into the ship, and there's the economic bonus package you get that you see on the economic bonus screen. So at that point, it's, well, what are you good in? What can you farm in? What can you do a lot of damage in? What can you get tasks done in the battle in? And at that point, that's what you need to go with. If you're an excellent battleship player, you're excellent at doing damage and sinking enemy ships and tanking, sure, get a battleship. What battleship? That depends entirely upon your play. Because again, I can tell you, Tirpitz, excellent premium, one of the best premiums in the game. However, if you've never played a German battleship beforehand, it's not going to do you any good. I could also tell you to get the Key. Again, a very good battleship. Even though, she doesn't get the Kobayashi economic bonus anymore. But if you never played the Japanese battleships, even though the Key is a little bit different than most Japanese battleships, it's not going to do you any good to pick up the Key. You have to get something that you've played, that you know you can perform well in. That's what you want to go for when you when you decide that it's time to purchase a premium ship for yourself. Now, if we're talking about just sheer economic income, what is the best tier to get for that? Then, well, my friend, that is the tier 9 premium ships. And, well, if you thought the tier 8s costing $48 was a little hefty, the tier 9s aren't much cheaper. They normally run about $80 US. And that's literally $10 more than I paid for Modern Warfare 2. So they cost more than AAA full-release video games. However, their economic income is fantastic. And consider, too, that these Tier 9 premium ships can now do damage to super ships, which are 2 tiers higher than them. And there's a baked-in economic bonus in the game when you do damage to ships of a higher tier than you. So these Tier 9 premium ships that are excellent at doing damage to tier 11 or super ships, they get that nice bonus, which means they make a lot of credits. And again, apply the same thing I just told you about buying and choosing a premium ship to these tier 9 premium ships. You gotta find one that you're comfortable in, one that you can do good in. If you like German battleships, Parman's a great choice. You like Japanese cruisers, Azuma is a fantastic choice, one of the best damage dealers in the game, but again, you have to be proficient at Japanese cruisers before you go and jump in an Azuma. You have to be familiar with their armor, how squishy they are, how squishy this ship is as well, and be able to aim with the Japanese guns and do well with it. If you don't have those abilities, then you're going to do nothing but be a hindrance to yourself and your team, and you're going to throw $80 away at something that you now have to go grind a whole line to understand how to play it, or watch a couple of videos on how to play it as well, but still, that's not as good as playing the line full out. So, they're a great asset, don't get me wrong. Premium ships are great for solving credit problems. It is, of course, how the company does make money. One of the ways that the company makes money. They sure seem hell-bent on trying to expand that at this moment. Their ways for monetary income. Now, do understand, too, that premium ships aren't given special matchmaker or anything like that. So it's not like, you're going to dump 40, 50, 60 bucks on the ship and then you're going to get a special treatment. You are not. You're going to have a game like you see going on in the background. Games that are dull, you get double up tiered because you are a premium ship. Don't get any special matchmaking. You're going to get double up tiered, like I was in the Turbits in this game. Get stuck in a tier 10 game, and it's going to be quite boring and dull for most of it. And again, keep in mind you are paying for this, so you need to be smart about your decision and get a ship that you're very proficient in. Now, I play a lot of German battleships, so even though this was a double up tier game and I wasn't really able to get that close at all in the Tirpitz, I was still able to do decently well in the Tirpitz for a game that was, in many cases, pretty stagnant at times. And it's not an amazing game or anything. It's slightly below my average damage normally in German battleships. I barely crossed over 100,000 damage in this match, but I mean, I was able to do damage, make profit, because again, it's a premium ship. You get those economic bonuses and boost as well. Also, too, you don't need to buy a bunch of these things. One or two is decently enough. And another good thing is most of the really good ones are coal ships that you can get absolutely for free, that you don't have to spend any money on, like the Palmern. Save up your coal. If you like German battleships, Palmern's an excellent choice. There's several others as well. You just have to take a look, see what you're good at, see what you can perform well and consistent in, and I would go with that. Again, I could sit here and list off lists of premium ships that I would recommend for every single tier, and I can do that in a separate series of videos if you guys would like me to do that. But at the end of the day, it's what are you good in, what can you perform well in, but wouldn't you mind dropping 40, 50, potentially $80 on, or wouldn't you mind saving up the coal to get? That's all on you. You got to take a look yourself, see how you play, see what you're good at, and make your decision from there. And a good premium ship will take you a long way in this game. It'll definitely help you with your credits, help you with your XP and free XP income, things that you can apply to, respecting commanders or boosting commander skill levels and helping you get through some of those harder grinds when it comes to getting through some tech lines with the free XP that these ships can generate as well. So that's my tips on how to pick a premium ship and which premium ship you need to pick up first if you're looking at buying one. Hope that helped answer some of your questions. It's a very common question I get asked a lot on stream, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. On our way to 45,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. And again, if you haven't heard, the giveaway is beginning Tuesday. You need to leave a comment on Monday's video because that's where the bot is going to be looking at for those comments. So make sure you go check out Monday's video, follow the instructions there to enter the giveaway, and we'll start that this coming Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a wonderful Friday and wonderful weekend. I will be live streaming right here tonight on the channel from 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time to around 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time, so make sure to come out for that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.